Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. All right, this week I'm going to talk about something called persistence. But before I do that, just an interesting thing that I guess I'm just going to call it an observation, but an interesting one at that. My wife is a lifetime Weight Watchers customer, I guess, member, and so she goes in and she gets goes in and does a weigh-in every month and gets her memberships and gets all the perks that go along with that. And Weight Watchers has done a lot of amazing things for people, and she also gets a magazine that goes along with it. And then one of the other things, we both get a couple of magazines, health magazines. She gets Women's Health, and I get Men's Health. And there was just this little observation we made the other day. It kind of unnerved her a little bit. I'm just kind of merely going, interesting. Both of these magazines definitely, come at the angle of living healthier. And the thing that jumped out at Hillary, and she pointed out to me, was the advertisements that were in each magazine. So I flipped through them after she pointed them out, and the things in here would be what you expect. There's supplement companies, or there's makeup and good foods and brand names and shopping and all these things. But one thing I thought was very intriguing, and I just may be the marketing agency to fund the magazine, was in Weight Watchers magazine. We went through and almost, I've got these bookmarked with little business cards here, but went through and bookmarked at least 7 pages as I flipped through very quickly on all these medications. Everything from Nexium to Cymbalta to something I can't pronounce, to Celebrex, to... I don't know how to say that one. I don't want to butcher the name. Lyrica. And I'm sure these, I know that people are out there in need of medications, but I just thought how interesting that the advertisements would come out, in one, I expected to see the same types of advertisement in the other magazine too. I really had never paid attention to it. I just kind of go through and get the content out of that I want from magazines, and there may be the occasional ad that jumps out. But how interesting! I went through Women's Health. I'm like, okay, where's the medication? The quick fix pill are the things that are going to make you sleep better, or the things that are going to make you feel better, or control this, or help you reduce this, whatever. And I'm not going to downplay the medication world, because I know that many of them can be valuable and help people out. But I just thought it was interesting from an advertising standpoint between the two magazines. So there you are. I'm not jumping on a soapbox or anything. Just interesting stuff to share. Probably every year, at least a few times, talk to people about setting goals, and we talk about these things with New Year's resolutions and starting a new workout program, etc. And consistency being one of those things that definitely helps people along. But a topic came up this past week a few times. And it was the topic of things that actually help you reach those certain benchmarks in your life, or those certain things that, we're always talking about health and fitness here. So to help you get to those get to those next stages in life. A lot of people want to get the six pack. A lot of people just want to lose the beer gut, or what they call the saddlebags, or, just lose 30 pounds, whatever. And I know that we've talked about, identifying those reasons why you want to do that, because obviously maybe you're fed up with it, but there's always a deep-seated why to do that. But getting there always just seems like this long, intangible journey. And as I've looked at, talked with people about the results that they've gotten. And I'm coaching a guy here in Idaho. Hey, Leon, just rocking the results. Like even in 30 days, I think he's down like close to 220, down to like 190 or something like that. I mean, the guy's rocking it, and he's following the program to a T. And I know that Leon will continue on through the 90 days, and no doubt will get stellar results. The thing is, there's always 91, 92, 93, and many people I've talked to have kind of, they get done with such an intense workout, or they get to that certain goal, they've got that mindset, and, they kind of back off and get away from something, and then realize, oh my gosh, there's so much work to put in, et cetera, and whatever. And then there's another group of people that have just constantly embraced that. Either they've always embraced being healthy and fit, or once they've gotten to that, they're like, I don't want to go back to that. And that's that thing called persistence. And you can apply this to a lot of things in your life, but you've really got to dig deep down into what it is, and identify what do you want? What do you want? And what are you willing to do to get it? Now, what I love about our tools is it makes that possible, and that guesswork takes it out of the equation. The thing that doesn't get taken out of the equation is all of life's hurdles and obstacles and stressors that happen. And life will throw us curves and throw us off balance all the time. The thing is, when you've got persistence and you want to reach that goal, whether it's to get enough money to retire, to buy a house, buy a car, get in shape, get healthy, fit, send your kids to college, whatever, you do whatever it takes when those obstacles come up. Because they are going to come up. And there's a lot of people I know of, including me, that have gotten to a certain point and then got derailed a little bit and just lost focus and never got back on track. Or you knew it was kind of going to be back on track, tough to get back on track, and you kind of mentally beat yourself up over that. But when it comes to, the game of life of investing in your older self, as my friend Lori says, you've got to look at things, where, and even my friend Alita was talking about last night, you got to look at things down the line. Where are those things that I want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And what, if I don't do anything about it right now, what would those things look like in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Okay. Now, I know that getting those results overnight don't happen. I mean, boy, do I know. And I know that there's always going to be these obstacles. But you got to be persistent if you really want it bad enough. And many of you do want it bad enough. I mean, you deserve it. You got to go. You just got to go for it and get it, and be ready for the obstacles. They'll blindside you. At that moment, make the choice to figure out a way to go around it, go over it, go through it, get beyond it, and continue on to where you're at. There'll be little setbacks along the way, but it's the persistence that keeps you going forward, and that will get you to your goals. I'm not going to stamp my official guarantee on that. The odds are really, really good in your favor to make that happen. So, besides being consistent with your health and fitness program over time, be persistent with it too. And whether today is day one for you and you're taking that very first step, just know that there's going to be a next step, a next step, a next step. After the 90-day program, the way I think of it is in 30-day chunks. Or maybe it's a new workout program that I want to try, or another way to modify it, or a hybrid, or something like that. There's always a wide variety of stuff, but don't stop. Keep going. Be persistent. You deserve it. That's all I have for this week. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.